back outside, never hide my intentions. Life is a vibe once you slide on a mission. Goddamn, I'm fired, but I like all the pictures and have them thinking, damn, Purdy might go the distance. Had to drop the blizzy, shit would grapple my ambition. Couple.
All right, welcome back to Middle of the Pack. I'm Pip.
And I'm Fax.
And we have had an interesting little last week of the preseason, intro to the little college season.
Oh yeah, we're in it now. Like last week, I think we said we were in it, but this week we're in it.
Yeah, I mean it this time.
Yeah, now this time I'm being serious. So there's a lot to unpack for this episode. Obviously we're gonna go through news around the sports world. Then we're gonna go through the last week of preseason, which is not nearly as exciting as the first 2 weeks were. We're all ready for the regular season now. And then we're gonna jump into our week 1 college football preview. So we got a lot to cover today. So without further ado, let's kind of just jump right into this shit, man. For news. So in the football world, Bo Nix, he is the starter.
Dude,
Denver Broncos.
It's about time they finally just said it because he's probably looked the best of all the rookies so far that have played. He just looks so clean, so comfortable. I don't think they have a better option considering you have Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Jarrett Stidham, who was like oddly on the Patriots and then the Raiders, and then everyone is like, all right. I think at the end of last year, they were like, all right, Jarrett Stidham, he is the Broncos quarterback. And everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what?
But here we are now. Yeah, Bo Nix, he has been playing really, really well. Especially for how low his expectations were. I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was too.
I guess it does turn out that sometimes if you do play football in college for 6 years, that still is 6 years of football. So experience can still help you out a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, he looked good. He's playing really well. And they don't really have a better option. So
no.
We all know that Zach Wilson as a starter, dog shit.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson as a backup, pretty good.
Yeah, I know. Every time he's in that backup role and he needs to come in, like even throughout the preseason, he was throwing a couple of dots here and there.
Dude, he's great as a backup.
Yeah.
But you give him the QB1 spot, dude, it's like he forgets how to play football.
That pressure crushes him like a fucking boulder on an ant, bro.
Not enough moms in the stands, bro.
Can't handle the heat. Can't handle that air pressure. That air gets real thin up in Mile High.
Right.
And I mean, I guess even when the air is just normal in New York, but
can't handle
whatever. It. Good for Bo Nix. Other football news. We talked last week about how the Falcons were essentially building their defense, and now they're solidifying it. AJ Terrell signed a 4-year, $81 million extension. I think he is now the 3rd highest paid corner in the league.
I think that's deserved. I think it's definitely deserved.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's still young.
Mm-hmm. They jumped on this on the perfect time. Like, he is one of the more talented. I mean, he's getting paid number 3, and I would be fine with saying, yeah, he's like at least top 5 corner,
easily,
if not a little bit higher.
Easily a top 5 corner.
So good for him, man.
You could easily debate top 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, it's well deserved because I think compared to Jalen Ramsey last year, or last year or the year before, I think he was doing quite a bit better. There was some decent separation. So him getting paid like in that top 3, like Jalen Ramsey is more than deserved. So.
Do you know who the top paid corner is?
I think it's Jair.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it is.
Because Sauce hasn't got paid yet.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Sauce will get paid because, I mean, yeah, dude, fucking solid as fuck. Sauce Gardner. If you are an OnlyFans model and are married,
don't hit up Sauce Gardner.
Do not hit Sauce Gardner. He will let you know, or at least you can hit him up. Just don't diss his coverage skills.
Yeah.
Because then that will turn around on you quite quickly.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, check Sauce's replies on Twitter, and you'll find it.
Yeah, you will get that story very fast.
Oh, yeah.
Get very caught up as to why you do not fuck with Sauce Gardner. But yeah, good for AJ Terrell. 4 years, 81 mil. That's good. Jahan Dotson, he got traded, but he got traded within the division to the Eagles.
For nothing.
Yeah, for nothing, which is to me pretty fucking crazy.
I want you to know that trade doesn't even go through on Madden, in case you were wondering. I tried. It doesn't work.
There you go. Yeah, so that trade doesn't go through on Madden, but the Commanders were okay with taking their number 2 receiver and just shipping him off to Philly.
To a powerhouse inside your division. Great choice.
So yeah, my only logic, I had two lanes of logic for this one. It's either because they're going to very strongly pursue Brandon Ayuk, or they are very confident in the depth of wide receivers for this year. Because
I'm leaning towards more the first option.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the second one could be a possibility, but the first option is the one that literally everybody is talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like fairly obvious given Ayuk's off-season activity, hanging out with Jaden Daniels, requesting the trade. The Steelers were in, then they were out, then the Commanders all of a sudden are magically back in as of like 2 days ago when they were a day after they traded Jahan Dotson. So yeah,
right.
I think they might be trying to get Brandon Ayuk.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say that would be a great pickup.
Yeah, for sure.
Having Terry and Brandon Ayuk on the same field together with a rookie quarterback, and then just running that little system, that would be super beneficial.
Yeah, no, that'd be a perfect situation for them, and he already wants to be there. So.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, Commanders to help dry their tears in a quicker manner, they got Cade York.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess their other kicker sucked. I think he was like 1 for 4 before they released him. Riley Patterson, I think it was.
Yeah.
And kickers, they've been shit in the bed these past few years, man. I don't know what it is. Before, kickers would be on teams just forever.
Yeah. Justin Tucker.
Yeah. Vinatieri. I mean, it was Patriots and then Janikowski. I mean, even the older guys nowadays, the old dudes, they've been going.
I feel like Matt Prater has been a Cardinal for like ever.
Yeah, well, he because what team was he on when he broke the record? The first time before Justin Tucker broke it. I think he broke it in Mile High. Was he on Denver or?
No, I'm curious. We're getting fucking spun up on kickers. That's how much we care.
Yeah, exactly. That's how ready we are for football, where we are talking about the careers of old. That's how much we
care. They don't understand the love we have for this shit.
They don't get it. You know who gets it though? You know who gets it? Jackson. Hey, Jackson. What's up? Good to see you.
Oh no, I was highly mistaken when I said he felt like he's been on Arizona forever. He's been there for 3 years.
I was gonna say I felt like he was somewhere before.
He was in Denver for like from 2007 to 2013, and then he played in Detroit from 2014 to 2020.
Oh, he's in Detroit. I completely forgot he was in Detroit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for like 6 years. Sorry, Matt Prater. I'm not sorry to everyone that's loves their
really
kickers.
Big Matt Prater fan.
So sorry, I don't know kickers like that. My bad.
I know every kicker that has gone through the Colts, and that's roughly it. And Justin Tucker.
Everybody knows Justin Tucker.
Yeah, and then Mason Crosby, because I grew up around Mason Crosby.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah. But other than that, moving on from the very tantalizing kicker debate debacle, we got Daryl Duchette. For all of you who do not know, Daryl Duchette is the best flag football player in the world.
Ever.
Undisputed, Actually, in case you guys were curious, is he better than Patrick Mahomes? He actually is. There was a video that came out earlier this week of Mr. Duchette throwing an absolute fucking dot to
Dude,
his
he
receiver in
throws
the end
nothing but dots.
zone. If you look at the form, it might fool you.
Yeah, terrible.
It looks like a child throwing a rock into a lake for the first time,
Yep.
where you just figure out, oh, they didn't know it was that heavy, and so it just kind of like it looks like he didn't know the weight of the ball. But I mean,
For anyone that wants to know how this man throws, if you are left or right dominant and you can't do anything with your non-dominant hand, go throw a football with your non-dominant hand. That's what it looks like.
yep, just record yourself doing that. Look at the tape, and you have nailed the Daryl Duchette fucking rocket arm.
Except his is accurate as shit.
For some reason, just literally right in the breadbasket. That was, yeah, he threaded the needle on that pass, I will say.
He's trying to make his argument that he should start in the Olympics. Fuck out of here.
I was gonna say, I don't know about that, buddy, but that's an even better way to put it. Fuck out of here, Daryl.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
fuck out of here, Daryl.
I was gonna say I'd rather have Daniel Jones,
I don't think I would.
but I wouldn't. We'll
Daryl
get to that later.
could start with the Giants right
Yeah.
now.
Throw him in there. Yeah, I got something for y'all later about that, but we'll get to that. And then I also had we had the Chargers. The Chargers got stuck in an elevator. Your response was my response as well.
Yeah, who fucking cares? Did you die?
You
No.
did not. So yeah, the Chargers getting stuck in an elevator for 2 hours was some of the craziest news within the NFL media world
Amen.
over the past
But
couple of days.
don't forget, during this absolute tragic event, that Justin Herbert showed great leadership inside of this stuck elevator
Boy.
per Harbaugh.
And if I remember correctly, I believe he said something along the lines of, yeah, Justin had come out. A lot of the other guys had their shirts off and were sweating, but Justin's hair was only a little damp. And you can't teach that type of composure or some shit like that. It was something really, really stupid, which if you know who Jim Harbaugh is, you're going to expect that. He's going to find like this grit and determination in the most insignificant moments in human history. That's kind of who he is.
I mean, if you know anything about Jim Harbaugh or the past couple of years, even if you just started keeping up, he's a fucking liar. He's a fucking cheater. You can't believe anything that came out of his mouth. He sat there, we didn't cheat. Well, you fucking did. Don't get me started, bro. Don't do it.
And there's a preview of the college football season with Pip, our Ohio State fan. Yes.
OH.
So that was a huge fucking nothing burger. And then in the other sports without the world, well, actually, before we get to baseball, because I want to try to end on a high note, so we do have to talk about this low note. Middle of the pack, mortuary affairs, because unfortunately we've been dealing with a lot of people passing away.
We report death. That's what we do.
Apparently we do, because today it was announced that the Ravens offensive line coach, Joe, I believe it's D'Alessandro, passed away. He had been in the hospital for the past couple of weeks, and Pip and I were looking before the show. This dude has been coaching for 45 years.
Man loves football.
That man loved football more than fucking Josh Johnson did.
Yeah,
Josh Johnson.
And that's hard to do.
Yeah, that is hard to do because Josh Johnson has been on 18 different teams, it seems like, and is 38 and is still out there getting absolutely mollywopped by defensive tackles.
For fun.
So shout out to Joe D'Alessandro. What a life, dude. Rest in peace. What a life. You went out on top. Trust me, dude. You left a legacy. 45 years of coaching. I think he was with the Ravens since 2017. So he spent the final, 7 years of his life just coaching offensive linemen. That's just about as gritty as it gets, dude.
Facts.
Ended in the trenches. So rest in peace to that man. What a life. and then finally we'll go to the other sport, and it's important that we talk about this one. Middle of the Pack is not a baseball podcast.
It is
But
not.
we still know what baseball is, and we know enough to have an opinion on this specific subject.
And if I
which
get
is-
any chance to shit on the Yankees, I'm gonna.
That's right. And we have Aaron Judge, who hit his 50th and 51st home run today. And he hit a lot of these home runs throughout the season in Yankee Stadium.
Where it's easier to do because it's not as a long distance. I think I read the article earlier today, and it was out of like the 50 or 51 that only like 6 of them would have been home runs at another stadium.
Oh my God.
I don't understand how that is not a set regulation for baseball stadiums that they can just vary by that much.
It's legitimately insane to me too. Like, I've thought about that because when I was younger, I followed baseball a little bit more, and I had thought that even as a young, like 9 or 10-year-old. And the fact that people can ever argue against this point is just absolutely fucking ridiculous, because every other sport in the world has basically every single thing on it in regards to the layout of the field on which you're
It's the
playing
same.
is the same exact thing. Football fields are all 100 yards. The goalposts are all the same height, same distance apart from each other. Ice rinks are the same thing.
Basketball courts,
Basketball
soccer
courts.
fields.
Like, it's all the same. But then for baseball fields, everybody just kind of started building them, and no one was like, wait a minute, guys. Should we make the walls the same height and distance away from home plate? And
Nah,
everyone was like, nah,
fuck that.
nah, fuck that shit, dude. We just built this tall ass wall. I'm not taking half of it out. And then the Yankees were like, yeah, you're right. We'll stop now. Yeah, good call. Yeah, we'll stop now. Oh,
Let's make this way easier to do.
I didn't know you guys meant like we weren't stopping now. Now we're like 5 feet behind everybody else and 7 feet lower. Oh, well, we'll just keep it, I guess.
We'll just leave it.
Fucking pieces of shit. Pieces of shit. Because everybody who grew up watching baseball and is around our age, when we were younger, the Yankees were the bad guys. It turned into the Astros in the late 2010s era, but the Yankees were always the ones that everybody hated.
Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck the Yankees. You know that there's always those dudes who wear their fucking Yankees hats.
The Yankee fitted, bro.
Yeah, the Yankee fitted, and they don't know a fucking player on that team, but they got their tan little Yankees hat with their fucking, I don't know, Letterman jacket or some shit, whatever that fit is. I don't know. I dress like a fucking dad, so what do I know? But
I feel you.
like, they don't. God, yeah, fuck the Yankees. They don't know how to build a baseball stadium. Apparently, nobody does, and nobody cares, which is just
Nope.
insane. They
God,
even
if I knew the MLB commissioner, I'd call him.
man, I might text him after this. Because
Got to figure out who it is first.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And then I got to figure out his phone number, and then probably
But we'll find him.
Assistance. We'll find you. Yeah, get
You're not
comfy.
safe, guy.
You're not safe. The fuck you are, buddy. If you know what, if the Brewers don't win the World Series this year, now that's my excuse.
Because they
So,
cheated.
There you go. Everyone else is cheating. So
Except
yeah.
the Padres.
except sure. Except the Padres, yeah.
We do
Brewers and
Steelers.
Padres were an honest team. But the Yankees, we just let them slide through. Even if they don't win the World Series, it's still my excuse. So just
I
let
like
them
it.
think. Yep. All right, cool. We're good. That's our baseball talk for
Yep.
the year.
Hope you enjoyed it. See you again in the World Series.
Yeah. It's probably, or if our teams are specifically in the playoffs and it's a game that we deem important enough to watch.
Yeah, then we'll talk about it.
There's a lot of parameters, but once we start getting paid for this shit, we'll watch every goddamn game if you want us to.
Yeah. Too easy. Once I can make this my full-time job and all I got to do is know sports and talk about it, I'll watch every baseball game.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Easy. Maybe. I'll watch a good amount. I'll watch enough baseball games to know what I'm talking about a lot more, other than just one dude specifically hitting home runs in a very specific stadium.
Yep.
How's that? Yeah.
Yep. Now you get it. Check.
There you go. And just like that, we're done with our news for the day. And now we get to jump right in to the
Football.
final week. Football. Preseason week 3. This one was definitely not as exciting as the other 2 weeks because for most of us, our teams are established. Our depth chart more than likely is going to be set, and now it's just trying to figure out, literally, just trying to figure out which third stringers are going to stay on the team. So, very little amount of teams had their starters go out there, unless they hadn't played previously or they'd missed a game. And we're gonna get to our guys because they fucking killed it.
Hell yeah, they did.
But we'll just go down the list, and then when we get there, we are going to tell you all about every probably minute, every play, how giddy we are about our respective quarterbacks and football teams. But for now, we'll just go in chronological order.
Yep.
So Thursday, we started off with, Thursday we actually did start off on Prime Video with the Colts versus Bengals, but I'll go Patriots Commanders first just so we can get that one out of the way. Or, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm fucked up. I'm sorry. Hey, everyone,
no, it's okay.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, audience. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. Let's start off with Thursday when we talked about the Bears versus the Chiefs. That's what I said from the beginning.
Yeah, I heard it.
There you go. Bears versus Chiefs. I had 2 things for this game. And it's both about offensive players that people did not previously know too much about, but now people know a lot about. That is Velus Jones Jr., who had 111 rushing yards. The wide receiver had 111 rushing yards. He's essentially, I think, they're trying to make him the new Cordarrelle Patterson. So
they're trying to run this man like fucking Debo?
Yeah, I think it's literally like that type of thing because he came in the game and I was watching the highlights, and every time he ran, he looked so goddamn smooth. And I think if the Bears don't decide to keep him for some really stupid reason, he's going to get picked up like fucking that. Because technically he's not a starter, but after his performance this preseason, he's been fucking awesome. Yeah, he had 111 rushing yards on 13 attempts and a touchdown. So
hey, and he went to Tennessee, so now I care.
There you go. And he went to Tennessee, which hurts me a little bit, but it was 3 years ago. I'll get past it.
Yeah.
And then looks like their leading receiver was Tyler Scott, 6 receptions for 99, and then Brett Ripien played most of the reps. I don't think
he didn't play.
Caleb Williams, he didn't play. Yeah, literally.
He didn't play.
He did not play. So this was just good for him. Happy for Velus Jones. I don't know how to say that. Velus.
I'm gonna go with Velus.
Velus. There you go. You're probably right. Velus Jones Jr. He had a really good game. So good for that guy. And then on the Chiefs side, we had the man, the myth, the legend that was Carson Steele. If y'all did not see this dude running the ball, y'all need to go find videos of that dude running the ball. He ran like a fucking truck.
And he's got luscious locks.
He does. The first play, I think it was like a 15 or 16 yard gain, but he got stopped like 7 yards in and then just ran through people for 8 more. It was fucking awesome. And then the second run was that's where the money was made. Because this dude, 4 attempts, 50 rushing yards, and
a tutty.
A tutty. If y'all didn't see him, because stat-wise, it doesn't look like that anything crazy, but this dude, he looked fucking great. He looked solid. Like he looked more like a fullback than he did a running back, just because of how angry and powerful he ran. But it was very remnants of like a great value Beastquake run, where it just seemed like everyone who touched him was falling off, but it just wasn't nearly the level of Marshawn. But y'all know what I mean. It was pretty fucking sweet.
Hey man, Chiefs running backs, I guess, just run really mad.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like they have so many now because they started off, what was it, 4 years ago with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and then they just kind of stopped using him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really think he did too horrible either. They just stopped using him. They had Isaiah Pacheco, and then who did they have the year before that? I think they had a lot of motherfuckers out there running.
They were kind of running back by committee until Pacheco kind of showed up and was like, "This is mine now."
Yeah. But now, I mean,
Because Pacheco runs like he's mad at the ground.
Yeah. I didn't know what anybody meant by that when they were saying that last year, but then I was watching it again a few weeks ago, and I see what everyone is saying, because he like kicks the ground every time he hits it.
He runs like he bites people.
Yeah, like he bites. Yeah. He runs like he's gonna bite you, and then put his arms out and just run to his bike and get it off the chain before you have time to react.
Yep.
He was always the first one in class.
100%.
But yeah, that's really all I got for that game. I don't know if you had anything.
No, not really.
But I mean, there wasn't really much to report there. The Bears are undefeated in the preseason, so good for them. They do look a lot more complete than they did last year, so now we get to see if that can translate at all into the regular season. But I mean, we're going to find out here pretty soon, so
yeah.
But good for them. Next, though, the next game that technically started before the previous game, but I wanted to save it. I wanted to start off, get my bearings. Now we're going to talk about the Colts and the Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fucking shit, Pip. I think I have the best quarterback in NFL history. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but Anthony Richardson's first drive, seeing finally the full offense of Shane Steichen, of like what he actually probably would have wanted, not being Gardner Minshew and Zach Moss and trying to see if Alec Pierce can do anything. This time, we got to see Lottie-Dottie, everybody out on the offense. So we had Anthony Richardson out there. We had Jonathan Taylor. We had Michael Pittman, Donnie Mitchell, and Alec Pierce, who actually impressed the fuck out of me.
Yeah, he looked good.
He looked real good. And Anthony Richardson, his first pass, I believe, was a cross route to Alec Pierce. It was about like an 18-yard pass, and it looked so powerful. Like it was just this beautiful, smooth rocket, and I got very, very excited because I believe he went, if I remember correctly, he went 7 for 8, 80-yard drive down the field. He hit Alec Pierce twice. He got a slant route for Pittman, and then Adonai Mitchell got 2 of his own, where he ran for a first down and then ran into the end zone for a touchdown. So it was a gorgeous drive. Unfortunately, after that, he did throw a pick six. But he just wanted to get it out of the way in the preseason. That was really what he was trying to do.
Hey, man, my QB ain't do that.
Well, your QB? No. We stay friendly. We'll get to your QB. This is my time. But Anthony Richardson, he did overall look a lot more comfortable than he did before, because in previous years, he's looked like he struggled a lot with getting comfortable on his first drive. It always took him a couple of drives for the very small amount of games he played, but regardless for the games he played, it took him a little bit to get comfortable and working with the team. But right off the bat, if we're running an offense like that, Jonathan Taylor didn't even do much on that drive too, which was even better. Like he ran and he still ran well, but
they were airing it out.
I was very excited. And then for the rest of the game, we had my Lord and Savior Jason Bean dealing it out, dishing it out. Jason Bean, the fucking dog.
My favorite Colt, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's climbing up the list for me too. So he did awesome. Jason Bean was 4 for 4 for 52. Do you know what he was before this game?
What?
He was 11 for 12. So that means that this entire preseason, he was fucking 15 for 16.
Dude has like a 96% completion rate.
Exactly. And I believe he had a rushing touchdown. Yeah,
so
3 rushing
Jason
attempts.
Bean's the most efficient quarterback of all time.
As of right now, yes, he is. Then we get into Sam Ehlinger. He did all right. I don't really see I don't see him staying. I think it's time to let Sam Ellinger go, in my opinion. We got Anthony Richardson. We got Joe Flacco, who did nothing because he didn't want to. He probably just wanted to fucking take a nap.
He
So
just
he was
hangs
just
out,
like,
bro.
yeah, he was just there for a good time. And then Jason Bean, in my opinion, is the shoo-in for the third string. So I think the Sam Ellinger era is over in Indy. Sam, I'm sorry that we fucked you over so horribly bad with Jeff Saturday and Frank Reich and basically just kind of ruined your career. But nope, I don't got anything positive. Sorry.
Sorry.
But other than that, it was just me being way too excited.
I mean, he could probably start in New York.
That is a very good point. I'm sure we will
We'll
get
get
to
there.
that.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. But yes, I think he could start in New York. But yeah, they did good. The Bengals, I don't know. They played like shit. They fucking suck. They're probably gonna go 0-17 this year because they got absolutely dog walked by us. Also because Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins weren't playing. But we'll move on. But yeah, the Colts look good. Hopefully that offense continues to go. I think everybody on the defense is going to be fully integrated into Gus Bradley's defensive system. He's been here for a few years. He's got everything of that figured out. I'm excited. Great first drive. And that's really, like, I'm dead ass serious. That's all I needed to see to get way overexcited for the season. So
no, I get it. I completely understand.
I'm happy, man. But I'm sure once the Bengals get rolling with Joe T and Jamar out there and Zach Moss, even as a running back who did wonders for us last year.
Yeah.
I think that Bengals offense is going to be looking pretty good.
A little sleeper running back for the Bengals, Chase Brown. Don't sleep on Chase Brown.
Yeah, because he where did he come from?
Couldn't tell you. I think he's Canadian though.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Well, let me hold on. I gotta get my Wisconsin accent. Oh yeah, I love Canada up there, guy. Yeah, they just actually signed me there to come down and play football, and I get the ball, I run down the field, and then yeah, it's pretty fun. Good guys, good guys. Hey, buddy, good tackle there.
I love it.
There you
all
go.
the maple syrup and mousse, man.
That's Canada, brother.
Yeah.
Maple syrup, mousse. Yeah, y'all are fucking killing it up
Hockey.
there. Hockey. Shout out Cole Caulfield, Montreal Canadiens. Come on the show. Teach us about hockey.
Please.
From your little league teammate.
Please.
We don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cheer for you, dude, but I don't know anything. I know it looks really fun when I watch it. I'm like, that is very entertaining. But I don't know anything.
We'll get him on. We'll get him on.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. More to follow. But yeah, that does it for Indy and Cincinnati. Next up, after the Bears and the Chiefs, we got the Jaguars and the Falcons.
Bro, that was a fucking wash.
Yeah. It was pretty stupid of the Jaguars to waste their one good game in a preseason, but I guess that's what we're doing now. So good for them.
In case y'all didn't know, it was 31-0.
Yeah. Nothing.
They didn't do shit.
For the Falcons, was it Heineke? Heineke was the one who started off, right? Like, did Penix?
He had majority. Penix did not play. Heineke got almost all the play time. The other dude, John Paddock, he only got 3 attempts.
Who the fuck
Heineke basically played the whole game.
Yeah, crazy. That's like that was one of the teams who was just done with the preseason.
Yep.
They're done. They were like, all right, like I think we're good. So they gave absolutely no effort. And then because of that, I'm not going to give the Jaguars as much credit. Also,
did they play all their starters?
I think so. Yeah, because ETN had
I'm seeing ETN play. The
Tank
rookie
had 8 attempts.
Brian Thomas played. Evan Ingram played.
Oh yeah, Evan Ingram scored 2 touchdowns.
Gabe Davis played. Yeah, it seems like they played everybody. Great, you played your starters against a bunch of third strings. Yeah, I think you're supposed to whoop their ass. Good job.
Good for you guys. Something to think about. Trevor Lawrence was 8 for 10 for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns, but Mac Jones was 13 for 18 with 113 yards and a touchdown. So
Mac Jones might be the best backup in the league.
Yeah, genuinely. I mean, I think all you
He really
needed
might be.
is somebody who gave a fuck about quarterbacks.
Yep.
Bill Belichick, like as great as he was as a coach, did not give a fuck about quarterbacks. He just wanted Tom Brady, and he was like, "This guy listens to everything I say, so this is perfect." And then he got Mac Jones, and he was like, "Oh shit, I got to make another one."
No, fuck.
And he's like, "Nah, fuck this."
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. And then he fucking hauled ass. But having Doug Peterson as a quarterback coach, well, as your head coach, excuse me, is a lot more helpful for quarterbacks. So good for Mac
sure.
Jones. He looks a lot better. Yeah, the Falcons don't give a fuck. So they were ready. They're ready for the regular season, as are the rest of us.
Next,
we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Miami Dolphins. Today Mike White got released, and they are keeping Skylar Thompson.
not Mike White. Oh no.
Now what are we gonna do? We don't have Mike White, but Skylar Thompson actually did decent this game. 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Good for him.
I'd take it.
Yeah, fuck it. I would take that in New York. But yeah, Mike White was 5 for 9 for 37 yards. That's probably why, because he didn't do fuck all. But
Nope.
Skylar Thompson seems to be locking the backup. Other than that, nobody
Baker
else was
played.
out there.
Baker played.
Did he? I didn't even know that. Shit. Okay. Because
He
I
went
saw
3 for 3. He probably came in for a half a drive and was like, "I'm done."
I mean, yeah, I think he's kind of like he's all the way ready. He already knows, and
Yeah.
he seems to be doing pretty well. I mean, even Kyle Trask did good. 17 for 24, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not even an interception. Good for you, Kyle Trask. You should have done that at Florida, dude. That would have been awesome.
And Rashad White scored.
Oh, there you go. That's always good.
Yeah.
For Rashad, man. I like that. Rashad White scored, and then who else? Oh, Tanner Canoe and
Ryan Miller.
2 white guys. Put money
Has
on
to
that.
be.
Has to be.
Let's look at Tanner. Indeed. Oh, God. His picture is incredibly white. And then Scotty Miller or whatever
Ryan
his name
Miller,
was.
Same thing. Probably his brother.
Gotta be. Ryan Miller. Also incredibly white. Yep. Nailed that one on the head.
There you go. So the summation of the game, the Dolphins got their second string, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got the white receivers to catch touchdowns for probably the only time this season.
Yeah.
Next. All right, we got a tie game.
A fucking tie.
It's tie.
A battle of dog shit.
Yeah, we got the 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Why the fuck did Brock Purdy play so much?
I have no clue, but he did not play well. He just threw a pick.
Yeah.
That's all he got.
It's okay because Josh Dobbs got the only tutty.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs and 8 for 10. Damn.
Good job, Josh.
Good job. Good for Josh, man. I'm glad to see him out there.
It's my astronaut.
And it looks like clearly the Raiders, they are set with their 1 and 2.
They didn't give a fuck.
No, they did not. They had Nathan Peterman out there.
They did.
Pick.
He didn't.
Holy fuck.
But Carter Bradley did.
Yeah, Nathan Peterman, you just got a one-way ticket to fucking New York. Congratulations.
Boom.
He was going to be one of my no's, which you guys will see later what I'm talking about, but now
Not
he's
anymore.
yes. No, he didn't throw a pick. I knew it. I knew it no matter what. Even in the depths of hell, there is still somebody I'd rather have.
Nathan Peterman comes out the ashes like a phoenix rising.
There it is. And then George Kittle had a really cool catch. Debo was out there for a little bit. And yeah.
Why were they playing so many people?
I have no clue because they really did have absolutely nothing to prove. They were the runners up in the Super Bowl. So it's like we already know who your team is.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck that was about.
It ended in a tie. Nobody won.
Nope. So that might as well have lost. I'd fucking rather lose.
Yep.
Than be equated to the third string Raiders.
You tied to Nathan Peterman.
Yeah. That's a loss. So the 49ers lost to the Raiders. Now though, Now, though,
Game of the fucking year. This is my Super Bowl, baby.
Go off, King.
The Panthers played the Bills. And all of you, they're like, who cares still? It's the preseason. Bryce Young played. All I care about. He played one drive. He played the opening drive of the game. First time he has stepped on the football field in the entire preseason, which I think we've talked about previously multiple times. He came out, opening drive, 6 for 8, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Looked absolutely great. He still is really short. I know that. And that's okay. But all his throws were on the money. The play where he broke the pocket, scrambled out, threw it off his back foot across his body to a dot on the sidelines. You know, I'm locked in. You know, I've said we're going to be the worst team in the league before. Psych. Super Bowl.
Y'all motherfuckers thought.
We're going to the bowl, baby. I already bet my whole mortgage on it.
Oh, I was hyped for you, brother. I fucking got in there and I was watching because I was preoccupied with work before, but I got home, I started watching the highlights, and I was like, oh, it's time.
Oh, it's
fucking
time.
BRYCE time.
And, like, a lot of other cool things happened for the Panthers in this game. Like, Jack Plummer threw 21 for 29 for almost 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Crazy.
Yeah, Jack Plummer needed the job.
Yeah, he's going to be our backup, which is fine because I don't know if we have another option. But he's going to be our backup. A lot of we won the game, so that part was cool. We played almost everyone because a lot of our starters have yet to play any this year. But the other cool part that I wanted to bring up for the Bills side is Frank Gore Jr. ran for 101 yards.
Yeah, that is one thing I did notice. Buddy,
that's cool.
Buddy, looking good.
That's cool.
I do.
But
I like
all
that.
I really cared about, I don't give a fuck what else happened on the other side of Buffalo other than Frank Gore. We won. Bryce Young looked great. Bryce Young is going to win MVP. He's going to go down as the best quarterback in history over whatever Doucette's guy after he joins the NFL and wins MVP because he's the best quarterback to ever touch a football.
As seen on video.
Yeah, Bryce Young is the truth. I think everyone that had been waiting for him from last year, I think he gave enough in that opening drive where it's like he gave us hope again. We haven't had that in a long time.
Seriously, you needed that opening drive.
I did.
And that was very exciting because seeing Alabama Bryce Young, like, that was so nice.
Yes, it was. And now I'm not even going to feel bad for week 1 when I wear my Panthers jersey and I have my Bryce Young jersey on. I'm not going to feel like a dumbass, which is great.
You needed that.
I did. I really did.
You really needed that. I know. I was just like, I needed this. I needed you to get this because
bro, it felt great.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Fuck you, all announcers during that game, though, by the way. Because
yes, it was
good
awful.
God, awful. Some of the worst announcing I've ever heard in my fucking life. And why are we doing so many interviews in the preseason? Like, that is what we do this shit for. If you want to hear about the GMs or the players or whatever, watch a sports podcast. I don't give a fuck about them during the game. I give a fuck about what's going on the field. So I don't know whose idea it was, and maybe we're the fucked up ones. So if you guys see this, never. I mean, we're not. We're always right. It's kind of like we're the ones who have a podcast and you guys don't, but it's whatever. But I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm sorry. But if you do disagree, tell me why. I need to know why you like the sideline interviews during the game, because I genuinely don't get it. I don't give a fuck about like they were interviewing Brandon Beane, the GM of the Bills, while like the Panthers scored a touchdown and they didn't even talk about it. That pissed me off for Pip. I was fucking livid. I was like, this team just scored a fucking touchdown. You dumb son of a bitch. Announce it. So I'm going to figure out who these announcers are, and then I'm going to fucking steamroll them. I don't care if they're just like Bills radio play-by-play guys, and that's why you're dead to me. Fucking trash.
Next.
Next, we got the Steelers and the Lions. I don't know. Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker. Yeah. This game sucked.
Yeah, fuck this game. Next.
Yeah, fuck it. Hendon Hooker ran for a lot. He threw for a lot. The leading passer for the Steelers literally had 68 yards. Who cares?
Yeah. So good for Hendon Hooker. I'm glad he's doing well.
Facts.
But
Next.
Next. Now we got Green Bay and Baltimore, 30-7. Baltimore, they put that old man out there to try to kill him a little bit more. Josh Johnson. This motherfucker loves it.
He's still fucking kicking.
He still threw a touchdown. 71 passing yards and a touchdown. So
he did.
You're gonna.
But it's the same old story, man. The Ravens, they're very set of who's playing and who's not. Like, I don't think they sent anyone out there that.
Yeah, I'm trying to look right now.
Malik Cunningham caught another pass.
Dog.
Cool.
Dog. He's gonna have a better career than Terrell Pryor did. I can see it.
Hey, whoa. Terrell Pryor went for 1,000. All right.
That's true. I mean, it's still fucking crazy. But hey, I mean, good for Malik Cunningham. But other than that, the Packers, it looks like they had, I think, it was.
They didn't start anybody either.
Mitchell Pratt, and then
Sean Clifford.
Yeah, Clifford was out there, and he's going to be number 2. He's been playing like number 2, so that's going to be happening. Emmanuel Wilson should get a starting job because I've liked him since saw him last year. So he should be the second string, I think, behind Josh Jacobs because he's younger and faster, but they still have A.J. Dillon, so.
Yeah, Quadzilla.
Yep, exactly. Next. Texans, Rams. They had Dresser Wynn playing. The Rams.
Who?
Yeah. So the only
that
reason
motherfucker came from UT Martin, and he's playing in the NFL.
My one of my buddies who I work in the office with is friends with him and told me about Dresser Wynn last year. He was like, my buddy plays in the NFL. And then Dresser Wynn was like the 4th string for the Rams and then like got cut. But I guess, hey, they brought him back.
He's the only one that played.
Yeah. So they're doing the whole, like, is this guy better than Stetson Bennett? And
did Stetson Bennett die?
I don't know.
I don't feel like unless there was a reason that you would let Dresser Wynn play the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're just, I don't know. Sean McVay's always doing weird shit. So it's like,
that's true.
Probably some weird Sean McVay thing that's going to like pan out perfectly because he's like,
he's probably just like screaming on the sideline still looking like he's coked out.
Yeah.
Looks like he hadn't slept in like 4 days.
Looking like tired, but also way too awake at the same time.
Yeah.
Zach Evans for them ran 14 times for 45 yards and 2 tutties.
No, I like Sir Roderick Thompson Jr.
Yeah, and hey, Boston Scott didn't know he was on the Rams. Good for him.
Hey, we learn something new every day.
Yeah. And then
Cam Akers did really good against his old team.
Yeah, I was going to say Cam Akers, I know he had a couple of runs where he was looking good. Here he is in Vikings jersey because I forgot he was on the Vikings for a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's running around. It looks like, let's see. Tim Boyle and Case Keenum. So is that just for 3rd string then? Because I'm assuming Davis Mills?
But probably.
Yeah. Tim Boyle. I mean, hey, dude. Good for you.
Good job, Tim Boyle.
Yeah. Case Keenum. Retired.
Been around for 900 years.
Yeah. They need somebody in New York, though.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Yeah, we are. We're getting there. Speaking of which, next.
The
Vikings and the Eagles.
What a fucking mollywop that was.
Absolutely fucking manhandled. Jaron Hall.
Look at Jaron.
Jaron went off.
At a BYU.
Yeah. Sam Darnold didn't even play, so I guess he's the starter.
Good for dude. I just now finding out that Matt Corral has made his way back to an NFL roster, so that's cool.
Yeah, 4 for 6 for 13 yards.
Boo.
Yeah, sucks to suck, dude.
I remember when the Panthers drafted him, and I thought he was the truth. Then he sucked, and then he went to New England, and then he was like, "No, I don't want to play. My mental health is awful." And then he like dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
When even the Patriots were like, "We can't contact him. I don't know where he is." Well, apparently he's in Minnesota.
Yeah. Hey,
Cool.
good for you, dude. See you probably in the UFL.
Probably.
So, but Jaren Hall did good.
He did.
As far as receivers,
Lucky Jackson.
Lucky Jackson. Oh, N'Keal Harry's a tight end now, I believe.
Yeah,
So-
I could have saw that one coming.
Yep, that was kind of meant to happen.
Hey man, Keenan Allen's next.
I mean,
that man eats one more fucking cheeseburger meal. He's headed to the line, baby.
He's getting a big boy. Oh fuck! I didn't even see for the Eagles. Will Greer played. I'm a Will Greer guy. I'm a Will Greer guy.
I think he was also a Panther.
He was.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything, but
most people don't.
But if you remember last year in his final preseason game, he went the fuck off for Dallas.
He did.
He threw 3 touchdowns, I think, and rushed for 1.
You know, his brother was like one of those OG Vine influencers or whatever.
Nash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his other brother Hayes. Yeah, because I remember I learned this because I was watching. It was some sort of documentary about him because he was the Gators quarterback before he got kicked out of college or kicked off the team because of a steroid thing or whatever, and then he went and became a Mountaineer. So I remember I saw his brothers and I was like, I feel like I've seen pictures of these guys on my high school female friends' Instagram pages.
Probably.
And
all they did was do little cringy thirst traps on Vine. So
yeah, so it was essentially just my brother on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, Tanner McKee played. Kenny Pickett played. I truly don't know who they're. I'm assuming it's just going to be Kenny and Tanner McKee.
Yeah, I think Kenny Pickett's their locked in backup.
Yeah, and then Tanner McKee, he's from Stanford from last year.
Something like that.
Something like that. Okay. Well, there you go. Good for the Eagles. He only scored 3 points though, so.
Yep.
All right. Next. Ooh, this one has something to talk about.
Okay.
Los Angeles Chargers versus the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah, dude. Trey Lance was just slinging that hoe.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, I'd rather have him do that, than do nothing.
Yeah. So I said the same thing when I was talking to my brother about it because he sent me the little graphic, they post on fucking Instagram or whatever. Yeah. And he was just like, "Oof," and I was like, "Listen, bro, he is not playing in the regular season. This is his last chance to do anything, probably for the next 18 weeks." That man was just out there slinging. He got the green light to just go out there and do whatever he wanted. The dude threw almost 50 times. Threw for 323 yards.
Yeah, got one touchdown out of it.
He might have threw 5 interceptions with it, but you got to take risk, bro.
I think maybe it was just a test game for him.
He also was their leading rusher.
Shit.
So.
Yeah.
He ran for 90.
He did everything.
He did. Trey Lance has had a really good preseason if you don't look at the 5 interception game.
Yeah, because he had a passing and a rushing touchdown. So, I mean.
He did.
He scored for the team. No one else wanted to. So, he was like, fuck it.
I think he had their only 2 touchdowns. Nope. Ryan. Oh, he threw it. Yeah, he threw it to Ryan. So, he was responsible for every touchdown the Cowboys scored that game. So, that's cool.
Lance. Yeah, he did great. Good
Deuce
for him,
Vaughn seeing the field. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. I did actually have a note about that. I think the Cowboys are going to waste half of their season at least on Ezekiel Elliott and then finally realize that Deuce Vaughn is the guy that they need who's just that quick little fucker that's going to get you yards.
His dad's a coach there.
Yeah. Because I remember when they called him on draft day last year.
Yeah, his dad called him.
Yeah, it's like, you want to come to work with me?
Yeah.
That was awesome. That'd be fucking dope.
I hope they go with Deuce.
It'd be like having Darren Sproles as your running back. You know how Darren Sproles would sometimes rush for the Chargers and then rush for the Eagles? So it was like...
Yeah, 'cause dude's 5'6", bro. He can get through the gap.
Yeah, I mean, if he starts... Fax coming to a team near you, then I am locked in.
And then as far as the Chargers, Easton Stick was their backup last year. He's going to be their backup again. He's played in real football games. So I think he did what he was supposed to do because he was their starter for a good chunk of their season last year.
Yeah, he just did a thing. Max Duggan's already gone, so
Yeah.
There you
Easton
go.
Stick locked in
Easton
backup.
Stick.
Good job, Chargers.
And next,
Next.
now we get to have some fun. So,
Yeah.
the New York Jets beat the New York Giants 10-6. And I told Pip before we started that we are not going to talk about this game at all. All I'm going to do is I'm going to name every single quarterback that is not currently starting that I would take over Daniel Jones right now. So, here we go. I'm going to go down the list, and it's going to be pretty quick because it's going to be pretty easy decisions. Here we go. Bills, Mitchell Trubisky, yes. Dolphins, Skylar Thompson, yes. Patriots, Drake May, yes. Jets, Tyrod Taylor, yes. Ravens, Josh Johnson, yes. Bengals, Jake Browning, yes. Browns, Jameis Winston, yes.
100 times
Steelers,
yes.
Justin Fields, yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. Texans, Davis Mills, yes. Colts, Joe Flacco, yes. Jaguars, Mac Jones, yes. Titans, Mason Rudolph, yes. Broncos, Jarrett Stidham, yes. Chiefs, Carson Wentz, actually, believe it or not, yes.
Yeah.
Raiders, Aiden O'Connell. That's our first maybe,
Possibly.
but probably yes. Chargers, Easton Stick. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's see. Cooper Rush, yes. Drew Lock, yes. Who is the backup for the Giants? I'm going to add. Kenny Pickett, yes. Marcus Mariota, okay, no. That'll be your first one. But Jeff Driscoll, yes, who's also on the Commanders. And also Sam Harton's on the Commanders, who's our fourth string, and yes. Tyson Bagent, yes. Nate Sudfeld, yes. Sean Clifford, yes. Nick Mullins, yes. Michael Penix Jr., yes. Andy Dalton, yeah. He's still on the Panthers?
Yep.
Wow. But yeah, he could go to New York. Jay Kaner, maybe, but Spencer Rattler, yes. Kyle Trask, yes. John Wolford, no. Clayton Tune, that's my first no. I fucking hate him too, so whatever. Stetson Bennett, yes. Joshua Dobbs, yes. Sam Howell, yes. Now we are going to the third strings. Ben DiNucci.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can't
Because
go
he
wrong
started
with
with Dallas
Gucci
last year. That's right.
DiNucci. Hell yeah, he
DiNucci,
did.
yes. That's right. Joe Milton, yes. Jordan Travis, who is not healthy yet, but yes.
Absolutely.
And then also that brings me to Bailey Zappi for the Patriots, yes. And then Adrian Martinez on the Jets, absolutely. Logan Woodside, no, he played like shit for the Bengals, so I guess no. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, absolutely yes. Tyler Huntley, yes. Kyle Allen, yes. Case Keenum, yes. Sam Ellinger, yes. CJ Beathard, yes. Malik Willis, yes. Tim Boyle, yes. Jason Bean, fucking damn right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Here we go. Zach Wilson. Yeah. New York team. Start over, buddy.
Yeah.
Carissa Ludicon for the Chiefs. He kind of sucked, so I guess you get no for that third string.
Nah, but you played with Patrick Mahomes. Put him in.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. Yes. There you go. Get in there, buddy. Nathan Peterman. It was a no until I saw that he didn't throw a pick. That's
but
a yes.
now, absolutely.
That's a yes. Get in there, man. Redemption arc. Luis Perez. I don't know who you are. Yes. Trey Lance. Yes. Tommy DeVito, your other backup. Yes. Tanner McKee, Will Greer. Yes. Jeff Driscoll, who I already said. Sam Hartman. Yes. And Trace McSorley. Yes. Brett Ripien, Hendon Hooker, Michael Pratt, Jaron Hall, Matt Corral, Jake Fromm, Austin Reed. Everybody except for Jake Fromm. Yes. Taylor Heineke. Yes. Jack Plummer. Yes. I already said Spencer Rattler. Desmond Ritter.
Yeah.
He's
been a starter before.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good at it, but he's better than Daniel Jones.
Exactly. Brandon Allen. Yes. PJ Walker. Yes. And then
where'd
Tanner
PJ Walker
Mordecai,
go?
He went to Seattle.
Interesting. Good for PJ Walker.
Yeah, good for him. But yeah, he could go to New York. I think he was there for a little bit. No,
he was our quarterback.
Yeah, Carolina and then Cleveland.
Yep.
And then Tanner Mordecai, who's the fourth string for the Niners. I'll say no, just to be nice. So I am being 100% honest for every single one of those yeses that I just gave. I would start over Daniel Jones. And that is the Giants versus the Jets.
Nice. Next.
Now we got the Browns and the Seahawks. A lot of points were scored. A lot of people played. I guess Tyler Huntley threw 3 touchdowns. Holy shit, good for him. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, he did good.
Hey, dude, all the quarterbacks that played for the Browns look good.
Yeah,
even
all the
my
quarterbacks
man,
that aren't
Jameis.
good. Jameis, yeah, 6 for 9, 63 yards, man. Looks like he went out there for a drive. Good for him. And then the Seahawks.
They just played quarterback by committee today.
Yeah, because
they all did almost the exact same thing.
Yeah, and then Geno Smith got a nice touchdown. But
why? It seemed like the Seahawks damn near played their starters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
DK scored. JSN played. They didn't play old man Tyler Lockett. That's okay. He's old.
Yeah,
probably couldn't take it.
No, doubt it. But DK scored the touchdown, so
he did.
Good for him. But yeah, we'll see what they can do. We already talked about Cleveland and kind of who they are last week, and then Seattle is just essentially waiting to see when Geno Smith will finally break and Sam Howell will take his place.
Yep, that's definitely the play.
Yep.
Next.
Now we have the Titans and the Saints. This game was today.
It was.
So we had Mason Rudolph, Malik Willis, and Will Levis. Will Levis was 7 for 8 for 118 yards. So that's good.
He aired that motherfucker out.
Yeah. He went out there and he solidified that starting role. But Mason Rudolph also did well with 114. And then
he did.
Malik Willis just played just exactly you'd expect a third stringer to play.
And he ran.
Yeah.
Which he does.
Yes, he also does that. Correct. So good for him. Tyjae Spears, he looked pretty decent. Tony Pollard got a touchdown. And then for the Saints, I saw that Spencer Rattler had an absolute fucking dot.
He played pretty solid.
Yeah, he should definitely be number 2. And
I just want to preference this to all of our viewers. If you see me looking down a lot, it's because I don't memorize these things off the top of my fucking head.
Okay? Oh yeah, I've been looking over at the screen like
just letting them know that I got it. I'm not pulling shit out by ass. No,
we got a whole display here. But yeah, so good for the Titans. We'll see what they do. They're looking like a strong 7-10. So,
and then we also discussed how the Saints just they like to take not as talented brothers of really good players.
That's right. So yes, there was a great kick return by Puka Nakua's brother. What's his name again?
Samson.
That's right, Samson. Yes, and
then, even in their own title of the highlight, they literally started off with Puka Nakua's brother, and then they say his name.
And then Equanimous St. Brown got a touchdown. So we got 2 of the less talented brothers. We got the Seth Curry and the Thanasis
yeah,
of the NFL. But they're doing things for the Saints, so good for them.
Yeah,
fucking.
They're gonna get buried in the depth chart somewhere eventually.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Next.
So yeah, we have the Cardinals and the Broncos, which literally just ended. This is our last game.
Hey, Zach Wilson,
what did he do? I didn't see yet.
He threw 251 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Fucking dog. Backup of the year.
What a demon. He looks like seems like he played majority of the game. Jason Stidham only had 4 passes.
Yeah, and he got 28 yards. But yeah, Zach Wilson
Good
just
shit,
it
Zach
out.
Wilson.
Damn.
Hey, there's Andrick Estime again. I'm telling you, watch out.
Got a tutty. And Zach Wilson got a rushing touchdown too.
Yeah, what a demon.
Yeah, so
best backup in football.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me check something for the Cardinals. Yeah, he still didn't play. Don't care.
Yeah, fuck. All right, cool. Desmond Ridder did something. I mean,
Clayton Tune, good job. Y'all both.
Oh wow, hey Clayton Tune, I didn't know you're 12 for 18. You have just been changed to a yes.
You are a yes now. You can go play in
New York.
Yep, congratulations.
Wow. But yeah, that's all we got for preseason. I mean, we still prolong this just because we're obsessed with football and still need to talk about each game. But preseason's over. We're gonna have a great week 1 preview next week. We are probably gonna have our baby doll Jackson from Australia on to talk about the Texans and how they're going to do. But other than that, yeah, we're going to get ready for week 1. Pip and I are both now way too optimistic about our teams and are ready to get our hearts broken.
Oh, yeah. And I will go ahead and as we're finishing up with NFL, I'm going to give you all a very brief look into college football. I'm not gonna drag it on. Y'all have gathered now. I don't prolong things that don't need to be prolonged, and I will tell you exactly what I think about it, and I will tell people they suck. All right, so we started off the only game that really mattered: Georgia Tech against Florida State in Ireland. First piece I want to say from this game: whoever the fuck ranked Florida State number 10 in the preseason rankings, what the fuck were you thinking?
See ya.
Yeah, bro, I get it. They went undefeated last year, whatever. You also realize they lost everyone that mattered. All of them.
Yeah, that seems to be a running theme that happens like way too much.
You brought in fucking DJU. Don't ask me to pronounce this man's last name because I can't do it. But I want y'all to realize this as well. DJU was in the same high school class as CJ Stroud. And this man is still throwing passes in college football while CJ Stroud is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. But DJU, at halftime, it was great. Florida State lost, in case y'all didn't gather that already. DJU at half, they pulled up a graphic, and he was like 11 for 12 passing. Average pass distance through the air, negative 0.1 yard. Ooh. Don't ask this man to throw anything. His pocket wasn't great. His passes weren't great. He was check down city. It looked like if you wanted him to throw more than 10 yards, he was just like pissing himself.
Yeah, that was a very tough showing for Florida State. They proved that they are not going to be anywhere near the caliber that they were this year. So.
No. They got absolute they won. They lost by 3, but you lost by 3 to unranked Georgia Tech, bro.
I mean, bad start to the season. I mean, good for the people who were ready to
Georgia Tech.
Good for Georgia Tech and those who just
they'll probably be ranked.
Bets. Yeah, you just got yourself into the ranking system because
Florida State was, I think, really overhyped. And I think it's everybody knows that now.
Yeah, it was very obvious.
I'm not going to deep dive into next week's games because we're going to be here next week to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of the big games. A lot of these ranked teams, their first week, they're playing unranked nobodies. If y'all are aware with how college football works, that's usually how it goes. It's their feel out game, except for Georgia and Clemson. We're getting a number 1 versus number 14 week 1, which is great. And I'm double checking my facts here. There's only 3 games total next week that is a ranked opponent versus a ranked opponent. So you're going to have Georgia, Clemson, LSU, USC, and you're going to have Notre Dame, Texas A&M. And I just now realized this because I just now looked at it. I'm going to go in and I'm going to bet the money line on Texas A&M. That's what I'm going to do. I'm an avid Notre Dame hater for really no reason. Just don't like them.
Yeah, don't have to really give a reason.
Yeah, and Texas A&M is they're really good. A lot better than their 20th rank, I think, at least.
Yeah.
And hold on, where's it being played at? Oh, they're playing at Kyle Field? Yeah, bro, I'm hammering the fucking money line on Texas A&M. No question.
Oh, boy. I mean, that's going to be, this is the first week where we got a lot of feel-out games. Obviously, the one game.
Sorry. Ohio State plays Akron, and we're going to win by probably 40. So
that's true. And also, you got quite the difference in the rank, but you got LSU and USC.
I said that one.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry. I must have been spacing out because I was thinking about my game because Florida, who currently is not ranked.
So I did not mean to skip over that. I apologize.
It's okay. Because it is okay because Miami is only the favorites by 2.5. So if you are a smart person,
bro, you're playing in the swamp. I'm betting Florida too.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a smart person, you're taking Florida plus 2.5. I mean, you
I'm
could probably
taking
make your own
Florida.
spread. Yeah. So this is going to be the first feel-out game like everyone else is going to have, but we actually have a ranked opponent. But I have a feeling that we're going to be taking this. Starting off the season, Miami going to the Swamp. Any Florida
I
team
like your
that
odds.
starts off their year into the Swamp, you're coming into it's like dig your graves. Florida plus like a million. I don't know. I'm ready. They're going to cover this spread. We're going to get a good start off to the season. I can't guarantee that it's going to be this amazing season, but we have some talent, and this is Billy Napier's last chance to do something that is remotely notable, because if we get this losing season, this would be the first time that we've had 4 losing seasons in a row since the Great Depression. I saw that on a video today, and it made me very upset. So expectations are very high. We
Hey,
need to
y'all
do.
have a plus 120 money line.
Oh,
I
there it
like
is.
that.
There it is.
What's
Florida money line.
and Texas not Texas A&M. Yeah, Texas A&M has a plus 125 money line.
Yep. All right. So there you go.
Whoa.
What?
Sorry, I read that wrong. The money line is actually favored for Texas A&M to win. The real money maker is betting Notre Dame to win. I have not seen a number 7 play a number 20 and be not favored to win. Hey, but I'm telling you, Kyle Field is crazy. It's really hard to play at.
Yeah.
But we'll be here. We'll be here to talk about it all next week.
Yeah, we're going to be going over that first feel-out games because, yes, as Pip said, obviously this is just kind of essentially somewhat of their preseason in the way that they're going to be facing. There's going to be a lot of really good teams facing a lot of unranked opponents. But I'm very excited for the Florida game. I'm very excited for the Clemson and Georgia game because,
absolutely.
I mean, if Clemson – Georgia's 13.5 favorites, but if Clemson can pull it off for me, just for me, I would appreciate it. Please.
I want to preference this before we dive into college football like head first when the season starts. So all the viewers know I hate Carson Beck.
Oh, yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. That man looks like he chews on wood for fun.
Mm-hmm. He looks like that he is the person who builds spear tips and zombie apocalypse survival shelters.
With his teeth.
With his teeth.
But I'm sure I'm going to hate on Carson Beck a lot.
Yeah, we're going to have plenty of time to do that.
A lot.
Because we're going to get real good into that. Is there any other games that I will see that I'm interested in?
Probably not.
Yeah, no.
I'm telling you, majority of everyone plays a fucking nobody.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, those are the games. If you are like me, and you are slowly getting more and more into college football over the past few years as I have been, the games to watch this weekend are the ones that Pip has outlined for us. So it's going to be Notre Dame, Texas A&M. You're going to want to watch Florida and Miami, obviously. But then as far as like entertainment, the most entertaining game is probably going to be Clemson and Georgia. Where's
it at?
I would say.
I think it's in Georgia.
Is it? Yeah, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So it's actually in Atlanta.
Yeah, you should go.
$106. I might. Actually, I went there for a soccer game, and I really like that stadium.
You should.
Yeah, so maybe more to follow. More to follow, depending on how my Saturday.
But at least for Clemson though, it's not at Georgia.
Yeah,
I mean it's still in Georgia. I got it.
Yeah,
it's going to be ruled by Georgia fans, but it's not their home stadium. So like, you don't got to go to the dog pound.
Exactly. You don't have to be the fucking Hurricanes jumping into the swamp.
Yeah, no.
Ooh,
so it's okay.
I wish.
Akron has to come into the shoe. So
Akron, yeah, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be a murder scene.
Yeah, dude, it doesn't even have a money line listed. They're like, no. The spread is 50, bro.
I guess another game maybe would be like Penn State and West Virginia, because Penn State's only 8.5. That's kind of like more of like a that's your turn down time game. That's like your lunchtime game, 12 p.m. It looks 12. It's at 12, so there you go. But I don't know. Penn State and West Virginia has a little bit of history, so in
Yeah,
their
Penn State will
programs.
probably win.
Yeah.
Penn State usually wins all the games that's not teams that matter in the Big Ten.
There you go. But USC versus LSU, when is that one? 7:30. Okay,
It's the night game.
Oh, that'll be a good game to watch. I'm excited to watch it.
I think that's also at a neutral stadium. It is. It's in Vegas.
Allegiant. Ooh.
It's at UNLV Stadium.
Yeah, Allegiant. It's at the Raiders.
So it seems like all the games that are ranked unranked is a neutral playing field, except for Notre Dame, Texas A&M. That sucks. Y'all got to go to Kyle Field. That sucks.
Man. Oh, tickets are $160 for the Gators. What time is the game at? It's at 3:30. That's not happening. I wish it was a night game in the Swamp to start off against Miami would be awesome, but
yeah, but we'll be here next week to talk about it.
Yep, we'll go overall. I think I'll do my best for you guys to plead my case piece by piece as to why Florida, depending on how that game goes on Saturday, but as why Florida can be better than it is. Because right now, I genuinely don't have any clue because we seem like we're the same, but we're a little bit different. We lost an ETN to Georgia. That's about that was fun. But other than that, yeah, that's what we got for college football for now. Take Pip's advice. He is our resident college football expert. And other than that, yeah, next week we'll have the week 1 preview and the real college football preview. So it's probably going to be a long one.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all lock in.
And next week will be my last one for a month.
Yes. So we need it. We need all hands on fucking deck next week, everybody.
Right.
Because I'm going to be lonely. I do not know if I can even get anybody else, but I have very high standards, so I don't think anyone else can really replace Pip anyway. So even if you do come on and you are a co-host,
you're just filling a void that can't be filled.
Exactly. And if I'm just depressed the whole time, like it is what it is. It's too fucking bad.
But don't worry, guys. I will eventually return.
And it will be glorious because we will be in the thick of it right into October football, arguably the best month of football.
Yep, so, I can't wait.
I can't wait either. But yes, we will see you all next week. Thank you for tuning in. This is Middle of the Pack.
And I'm Pip.
And I'm Fax. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.